Alrighty, guys, it's finally happening. The Nintendo Wii U and the 3DS eShops are closing down in 2023. So, I guess this is it's pretty big news. You know, a lot of people still have their, especially for the 3DS. I mean, I know the Wii U was not really that popular, but it's frustration all around. So, Nintendo will close online stores for Wii U and Nintendo 3DS handheld in late March 2023. The company announced after those stores called the Nintendo eShop shut down, it will be no longer possible to make digital purchases for the Wii U 3DS family of systems. The Wii U and 3DS closure also means that game demos and other free content will no longer be available to download as of March 2023. So we still got a little over a year to do whatever you need to do, I guess. While the 2023 date may seem far off, Nintendo will make it more difficult to purchase games and other content from the Wii U and 3D shops in 2023. On May 23rd of this year, Nintendo will end support for adding funds to the eShop account. So there you have it. They're getting it ready. You can no longer add money, which means if you don't have money in your account, you cannot add it to buy. So really, in a way, it's getting shut down this year. So as of March 2023 shutdown, and for the foreseeable future, Nintendo will say it will still be possible to re-download games and DLC, receive software updates, and play games online on the Wii U and 3DS. While this happening, Nintendo attempted to answer that in an FAQ posted along the support notice, saying, "This is part of the natural life cycle for any product line as it becomes less used by consumers over time." The answer is not sitting well with many customers who fired back at the company on social media that the closure will have a detrimental impact on many games availability, in addition to many native Wii U 3DS games that are only available digitally. So, the eShop closure will also mean the end of Virtual Console on the systems. Nintendo current implementation of classic games on the Nintendo Switch comes in the form of subscription-based Nintendo Switch Online, which offers a meager number of NES and Super Nintendo titles. So Nintendo acknowledged those concerns, no longer offering it. So I tell you, the main thing is what they need to do. I know Nintendo probably won't do this. Sony even has a hard time doing it, but you know who does it right? Microsoft does it right. If you have the physical copy of the game, you can put it in and play a lot. They got great backwards compatibility. Xbox does with especially their first party games and a lot of third party games. If you own the physical copy of an Xbox game, especially one that Microsoft made, say the old Halo version, you can put that in your Xbox Series X. There it is. If you want a 360 game, put it in your Xbox Series X. There you go. I mean, they got that figured out, and that's something Nintendo needs to figure out, especially with the digital. Now, the digital is a whole different story. I understand that. But now Microsoft, if you buy the game digitally, like I bought my favorite game of all time, I bought Gears of War 3. That's my favorite game of all time. One of my favorites, especially the multiplayer. I bought that back when it was on the Xbox 360. It's on the Xbox One, and it's on the Xbox Series XS digitally. Where I bought it digitally, it's still available right now. So Nintendo is behind on backwards compatibility. There we go. They're behind on that. They need to get that figured out, but Nintendo is way behind. I don't think they really care. I really don't. It's just odd how they are. Just imagine if I bought a game like on the GameCube and I could re-download it in the store for the Switch, for the Wii U. Wouldn't that be neat? But that's not how Nintendo sees it. So Microsoft does have that down pat. Sony is doing better, but they're still way behind. But Microsoft is the blueprint for this. If you buy a game digitally, physically, you can still put it in, or you still own it, especially if it's a first-party game. I know third-party games are different, but if it's a first-party game from Microsoft, you got it. So anyway, guys, that's pretty much it. That's the official video. So frustration, I guess. I think especially for there's still a lot of people that play 3DS. People don't realize how well that sold. It sold unbelievable. Over 100 million units. So anyway, guys, as always, thanks so much for watching. Give the video a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a great day now. Toodles!